Hey guys, Beck here. This is the video I said I was going to make in the dream video previously today where I was killed by the Japanese. Okay, so I need to give you a bit of a rundown so you understand why this is so significant. And I think that this was not just for me, considering I have a channel. I think this is for everybody watching this, listening to this. Right, so I'll cut a long story short. Since I returned back from the funeral, things have not been well in my house. That was my gloves making a noise. Hear that? Okay. There's been trouble in camp. And I will admit, I'll be the first to admit when I go wrong now. These days, I have not been dealing with the situation in the way I should, which takes us back to yesterday evening. I was very upset about the situation that's been occurring, very, very upset. I feel very disrespected. I feel that I'm being treated very meanly, actually, very mean. That's okay, you know, it happens to all of us. However, this is the lesson. When there's certain people left, or person, there is a gate that you can see up the front there, which is open. But when that certain person is here, that gate gets shut because it means everybody's home, and we like to keep that gate shut. There's children here, there's animals, there's chooks. We just like to keep it shut. We're not paranoid. But it keeps things in, not things out. And so when this person that's been hurting my heart left last night, I was sitting there, you know, mulling over what had been going on and creating more turmoil in my own spirit about it as well. Because that's what we do when we mull over things in our brain instead of dealing with them, praying about them. I was dwelling on the negatives. And so I walked up the front and I thought, oh, well, I'll see if I can video the sunset, which it just wasn't worth it because it was all like this. And I got to the gate and I felt this burst of anger, resentment even. And I shut the gate, which was a indication to that other person that it wasn't that you're not welcome here. It was that you shut the gate to my heart. And they were the words that were in my mind. You've shut the gate to my heart. You've shut your heart gate to me. And things are becoming very difficult. So I walked back down and I spoke to my husband and I told him, I said, I've shut the gate. And he said, you can't do that. And I said, yeah, you're right. You're right. It's really quite childish, isn't it? And going down to a level that I don't want to go down to. So I got up and I walked out again. There was still light in the sky. And I thought, okay, I'm going to pick up the rubbish that's on the outside along the fence line. So I opened the gate and I walked out. Started picking up the rubbish. I reached the cornerstone of my house. Now just remember I said that I'd shut the gate to my heart. I felt they'd shut the gate to their heart. I reached the cornerstone of my house and I looked down and there was just a benign looking rock. And I picked the rock up. Now I'm going to show you what that rock is and the significance of this lesson from the Father in heaven himself. This, do not worry about the yellow paint, and I have gloves on for good reason with holding this. This, my friends, is a petrified heart. It is a heart of stone. Now, you guys mightn't, a lot of you will see what you're looking at, but hearts have specific angles and specific holes and tubes. Sometimes they are very visible and sometimes they aren't, because I've found quite a few hearts. But this heart is very significant because I had shut my heart, and so had the other person. Now what I'm going to show you, so if obviously you guys can understand the lesson in that, we're going to pour a little bit of water on this. Never mind the other rock there for a minute. Now, I want you to see the blue veins. I hope the camera will pick it up as good as mine eyes can see it through the camera. It is full of veins inside, blue veins. You see? You see? Never mind that paint, like I said. This is a petrified heart. It is very, very heavy. It is unusually a lot more heavier than a rock would be of this size. All right? Now, I do not know if this is out of a human, but if it is, it's a very large human. Okay? Very large. As you can see. Okay? I'm sure a few of you have already clicked onto the significance of this without me explaining that any further. That we've both turned our heart to stone. But I found this on the cornerstone of my property, which is absolutely so significant in itself. Here we have another heart. This one obviously a great deal bigger. Now I have sent photos of this to Roger and it's been confirmed. And what you see with these, they always have this angle. This angle. Okay. This, I wouldn't have a clue if this is out of a human. It could be a very large animal. Could it be a Nephilim? Now you can see where the tubes. This one's very, very visible. You see the hole? Okay. And it's very extra heavy for the size of it. And take note of the blue. Okay, so I have about 4 of these. I was trying to search around and find the other 2. This was not found at this location, but this was the one out the front at the cornerstone of my house. Need I say more? Significance of that is incredible. And the lesson to be learned was, don't harden your heart. However, I'm not going to throw myself at that person either to be trampled underfoot again and again and again. Just taking my glove off so I can operate the camera. So, I hope you guys understand what I'm getting at. The lessons that Father shows us, he can show them in so many ways. But when he shows us in the physical realm, it really blows me away. It just, honestly, it does my head in so good. So this is a heart. Have a heart. And the other thing is, like I said, they are so incredibly heavy for their size. Abnormally heavy for their size. 2 different biological creatures, but the same organ. So as much trouble and struggles that we are going through, we do have to be humble. However, like I said, we cannot allow ourselves to be doormats and to be walked over time and time again. There is a fine line that I'm trying to find and balance it. And I pray that y'all will pray for me, because I thought there was breakthroughs with this person previous, but it's taken a big slide. And it doesn't matter whose fault it is, does it? Not at the end of the day. I'm not going to blame them, but the problem is the decisions they're making and putting others at risk. If the person was just putting themselves at risk, I would understand that, well, that's your life. But when there's others at risk, I can't be condoning that behaviour. And believe me, I love this person with all my heart. But as I said, lesson learned, I hardened my heart. But now I don't know how to release it back. I'm not sure. And that is for Father to help me to do. So I am on another journey, another struggle, and that's fine. Because every day I'm becoming a stronger and stronger swimmer. Now, I've trained swimming for years, and I know if you get out of the pool for a while and you don't get back in, even for a month, even a short period of time, you'll lose your fitness. Not all of it. Your muscle memory will kick in after the second or third training session. However, it'll take you time to develop back to that capability of where you left off. So it is better to keep training, even if it's just little bits and pieces. It's better to keep training than completely stop. So this has been an awesome lesson for me. It doesn't mean things are fixed, but it's given me a brand new perspective on it. And I give all glory, all honor, all praise to Father in heaven for showing me this amazing thing. I love you guys. Please be safe, stay strong. If he's in your mind most of the day, then you're in his mind most of the day. This is Beck with your geology lesson for the day as well. I am out.